At times like this, some people might ask the question, why? Because we're confused. We wonder at the death of someone so vital as Matthew. But in a sense, it's almost a no-brainer why. Someone decided, after allegedly drinking, to take a wheel in his own hands and bring this about. It was not God's will. God does not have his hands on steering wheels or on triggers of guns or on the handles of knives. Unfortunately, someone else did. Because there are truly unnatural deaths that occur that we wonder if God is some divine vivisectionist or sadist. But here we know why. But there's even a better question we ask now. How will the life and death of Matthew change our lives? Just a short month ago, none of us expected to be here today. Not one of us expected to be here today. And yet suddenly, in our busy schedules and all the things we thought were important and vital for us, suddenly were changed in a few short seconds. All our lives were changed, especially yours and Matthew's. And so today, what do we learn from this? I think first and foremost, we learn how fragile life is, how precious it is, and how quickly it can be blotted out through insensitivity and not caring. We realize that. We realize that our words of kindness, our expressions of love for one another that were really voiced in Matthew's room just before he died by all his friends and you, openly. These words should be expressed every day because we never know another opportunity to say those words to people. We never know. We never know. But they were spoken. You spoke them. And finally, how do we remember Matthew? How do we remember him? He was a teenager, getting up there in the ranks of teenagers, and fully involved in having fun. He was. And he and Kevin were doing the right thing at the right time, at the right place. They were doing what they were supposed to be doing. I hope they were laughing and enjoying life with their love hockey. I hope they were laughing when this terrible event happened. Matthew was, first and foremost, a lover of his family. Typical teenager, he liked to bust people up. He really did. He really did. And as he had his own style. And also that style led to his being a leader. He was a true leader. He was a captain of the team, a captain with Kevin, co-captains of a hockey team. And hockey is an interesting game. It really is. It's a tough game. My own one brief experience in grad school, I got on the ice with a bunch of Canadians up in Ottawa. I thought I knew hockey. When a hockey puck went by my waist at 90 miles an hour, I hung up the blades and said, "Oh no, Ricard, this ain't for you," but it was for all of you. Because like Wayne Gretzky, they said about Gretzky, that he could look out and see the whole field of play at once, not just where the puck was, but where it was going. And that's the talent you have, to see that whole field of play And it was the talent that Matthew had. He was so involved in so many places. He could see all the parts coming together in his life in a wonderful way, not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow, but being fully ready to meet those challenges. That he learned with his teammates, that in life we can't act alone. We can't bring that puck down the ice by ourselves. We need people with us. And so he surrounded himself with good people. Good people. That's the Matthew that I knew. And the Matthew that you know is so much more intimately. Those thoughts, those memories are irreplaceable. They really are. And also irreplaceable is the memory that you gave to everybody who knew you in this last horrific month. This last horrific month. When you were there day by day, minute by minute, second by second. It's difficult to see. I can't even imagine it. No one can imagine what a mother and father or sister go through when they lose a loved one. No one can imagine. The grandparents. It's unbelievable. But you didn't shrink from that. You were there, and you were sensitive, so sensitive to all those who loved and cared for Matthew. You really were. You wanted them to share everything about his life, right to the very last moment. That is remarkable.